Right. Thank you. And I must thank to choose this destination to spend your half a day. Not easy when you look at the city and MIDC and then the road in which you came. So all says that you wanted to invest your time to understand what this man and this concept and this project have something unique. And I promise to keep your next 2 hours quite captivating. Film Roja's first slide, first what you call as cut, where this is the village in Tamil Nadu, and I have put that MBA a bit bolder there because that's the only MBA I have. I couldn't go to a business school, or nor those days business schools were existing truly very many around. I believe villages are true universities. If you happen to have spent some time in village, sometime means not 1 or 2 days, preferably 1 or 2 years, and if you are lucky 1 or 2 decades, because that's where you understand what human life is all about, what their aspirations are all about, what is truly resource crunch, and how do you live life with limited resources. So I believe that had been one of my blessings in my early ages of life, and it doesn't teach you anything, it gives 100% practicals, right? So I still recall my first 20 years of life. It had a lot and it has a lot, and if I write, I can write many books and people's problems and challenges in those days. And I was a landless farmer son. That means a man who did not have a land had to pick up somebody's land on contract and give 50% of output to them and take the remaining 50% to the family. He was not for education. Must be surprised. Can there be a father who is not for education? I am talking about 50 years back, where education was not all that important those days, and boys went to school because there was a meal available. And I call it as in one hand a plate, in another hand a slate. There was no books and there was no, today I see boys carrying iPads, and those days it was only one slate, right? I have written there, to come up in life, first one should sit down. This is my famous Rajinikanth kind of dialogue. जो नीचे कभी बैठा ही नहीं है, वो ऊपर कहाँ से आएगा? Right? So somehow I believe that one has to have a humble beginning, taste of poverty, to enjoy and relish life. Unfortunately, some children don't have. Right? So I keep calling, I keep telling, lucky are those who are born to poor. Lucky are those who are born to poor. You know why? Success in life is delta. Delta is x2 minus x1. x2 is where you are and x1 is where you were. And if x1 was 0, I don't think you will ever fail. Is that clear? So that's why lucky are those who are born to poor. And if you, I was unemployed, underemployed for a pretty long period. For 50 interviews I failed. I was not eligible to become an ordinary employee in an organization. Even clerical posts, all ask only one question: do you have an experience? I don't know, from a college student, if he comes out of the college, how can he have experience? Right? Now, that is the standard question asked in all interviews to all freshers. Then once it closed down, then what I have written as Jayanti Janta 82 Express up. Right? And that's the journey from Coimbatore to VT railway station. And I have stayed at VT railway platform for 4 nights because I didn't have anyone in Mumbai to hug and receive me. Right? And those days there was no ways of course I didn't have a personally, forget about credit card, where to keep. So it was only some 500 rupees cash in pocket with which I came to Mumbai, right? So that's to tell my x1 was 0. So whenever x1 is 0, most likely people will bounce back.